Welcome to Back of the Fridge, the podcast that explores food news you could use, culinary trends, and at times, I'm going to peel back some of the layers of stories hiding behind your breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. I'm your host, the journalist who cooks. In this inaugural episode, I'd like to start off with food news and trends that are making the rounds. $19 strawberry. Singular, as in one strawberry for $19. What in the luxury grocery store chain Erewhon is selling a single strawberry for $19, and social media influencers are eating them up and trying to lure us common folk to hop on the trend. I don't know about you, but I'm going to sit this one out because $19 for a single strawberry? That's 4 cartons of eggs. Well, it's depending on where you live and where you shop. The most I spent on eggs this winter was $9.99 plus tax at a bodega in Hoboken, New Jersey. A few days ago, I panicked when I saw there were no more eggs in Trader Joe's at the Noma store in Washington, D.C. A sign read, 1 carton per customer. Lucky for me, I asked customer service, "Are you sure there are no more eggs in the back?" They checked, and they brought out a box. And I turned to the guy and I was like, "How much is that? $100? The customer service rep chuckled, but I was dead serious because, again, companies are selling a single strawberry for $19. That carton of eggs set me back a whole $3.49 plus tax. I guess I'll never see $1.50 for a dozen eggs ever again. But let me shut up about the rising cost of eggs and move on to kitchen appliances. The Wall Street Journal's buy-side published a list of the best air fryers for every type of meal. Now, this article popped up in my Google alerts as trending, which surprised me because I could have sworn that the air fryer trend fizzled out about a year ago. Anyway, I won't bore you with how Grace Alkis, the culinary expert and contributor to the Wall Street Journal's buy-side, picked their top air fryers or how they tested each one. Instead, I'll just quickly rattle off all of the names on the list. The Instant Vortex Plus. It's a 6-quart air fryer, and it was the overall best pick. It's $100 on Amazon. Next on the list was Chefman. It's the Turbo Fry Touch for $110. Then you got Dash Digital Tasty Crisp Air Fryer for $50. Followed by the Ninja Foodie 6-in-1 10-quart XL 2-basket air fryer for $200. Then you have Breville, the Smart Oven Air Fryer Pro at $400. And coming in at number 6 is the Cosori Pro LE 5-quart air fryer at $80. Now, my personal favorite, not on the list, the brand is on the list, but not this particular air fryer, Chefman, the Multifunctional Digital Air Fryer Plus. It's $100. I got it on Amazon last year. What I love about this air fryer is that it has wire racks instead of a basket. I call it my mini oven because the best thing about it is that it bakes and fries everything in half the time. I'm talking about fish, instead of 20 minutes, 10 minutes. Bacon, instead of 12, 6 minutes, and on and on. You know, I overcooked chicken thighs in this air fryer. I put it on the bake mode, and I was like, bone in, chicken thighs, it's going to go for about 45 minutes. No, I dried them bad boys out. So remember, if you're using any type of air fryer and the bake feature, just know that it's going to cook everything in half the time. Trust me, I've tested it for a year. Now here's a fun fact about food that I found on the internet. March is Frozen Food Month. Several names surfaced while researching the innovation of food freezing, including Enoch Piper, William Davis, and Daniel E. Soames. But in 1924, Clarence Birdseye is credited with inventing the quick freezing method, which produced the type of frozen food that we know and love today. Well, I don't really love frozen food anymore. Now, I had to eat a lot of frozen food coming up in my 20s because, you know, a girl was broke. Kind of still broke, but I'm no longer on the frozen food kick. But I get it. It works. It's convenient. It's, you know, pop it in the microwave, pop it in the oven. Full course meal. Frozen food. Guaranteed lifesaver. Now here's a little tidbit of food news for parents of newborns. Breast milk is best if you want to protect your infant from measles. So where is this coming from? If you haven't heard, there's a small number of cases of measles popping up throughout the United States. Children usually don't get their first measles vaccine until they're 12 months. Now, my best friend, she just had her very first baby, and she's concerned, as she should be. So she spoke with her pediatrician, who said the earliest they could possibly give the little one the measles vaccine is 6 months. But I was like, so what's the alternative, right? Because if they're like, usually you don't get it until you're 12 months, but now you want to fast forward it to 6 months, there must be an alternative. So I did a little digging, did my little Google, kept looking, kept reading, and it's just like, here is something. According to healthychildren.org, breast milk has unique antibodies to help prevent and fight infections. All right, that's a wrap for the first episode of Back of the Fridge. I might have to work on the title because I recently found out there is also another podcast called Back of the Fridge. So I'm working on a new title. All right, if you enjoyed this episode, hit that subscribe button. There's also more visual content and quick bites on Substack via The Journalist Who Cooks. That's me. Stay curious, keep cooking, and I hope you'll tune in again next week for another serving of Back of the Fridge. Soon to be possibly something else.